Hi guys, welcome to our channel. So our topic for today is inheritance. What is inheritance? Inheritance in Java is the method to create a hierarchy between classes by inheriting from other classes. So inheritance has three types: single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and hierarchical inheritance.
So here's a sample code. The provided code demonstrates the concepts of single, multi-level, and hierarchical inheritance in the context of transactions using Java. The code begins with the transaction class, which serves as the base class for all transaction types. It has two protected instance variables: amount representing the transaction amount and type representing the type of transaction. The class has also a constructor to initialize these variables and a method called displayTransaction to display the transaction details. The purchase transaction class extends the transaction class using single inheritance. It adds an additional private instance variable called item, representing the item being purchased. The class has a constructor that takes the amount and item as parameters, and it calls the superclass constructor using the super keyword. It also includes a method called displayPurchase that displays the purchase transaction details along with the purchase item. Next, the online purchase transaction class extends the purchase transaction class using multi-level inheritance. It adds another private instance variable called website, representing the website from which the purchase is made. The class has a constructor that takes the amount, item, and website as parameters. It calls the superclass constructor using super to initialize the common transaction properties. The class includes a method called displayOnlinePurchase that displays the online purchase transaction details including the website. Similarly, the withdrawal transaction class extends the transaction class using hierarchical inheritance. It adds a private instance variable called account, representing the account from which the withdrawal is made. The class has a constructor that takes the amount and account as parameters, and it calls the superclass constructor using super. It also includes a method called displayWithdrawal that displays the withdrawal transaction details, including the associated account. In the main class, various transactions are instantiated and their details are displayed. Firstly, a purchase transaction object is created with an amount of 100.0 and an item of book. Its details are displayed using the displayPurchase method. Then, an online purchase transaction object is created with an amount of 200.0, an item of headphones, and a website of Amazon. Its details are displayed using the displayOnlinePurchase method. Lastly, a withdrawal transaction object is created with an amount of 50.0 and account of savings. Its details are displayed using the displayWithdrawal method. So, by using inheritance, the code promotes code reuse and establishes a hierarchical relationship between different transaction types, allowing for the organization and encapsulation of related properties and behaviors.
So let's run the code. So that's all for today. Thank you.